Welcome to a special masterclass, a special training, financial relief for small business owners. We can all agree the COVID-19 virus has impacted our world in ways none of us could have imagined 3 short months ago. Due to the quick spread of the virus, the economy has taken a hit. The pandemic has brought tremendous destruction to the world's economy, and all our lives have changed. For some of us, the changes are terrifying. Entrepreneurs around the world are being forced to make drastic changes to simply survive, and many are fearful about their future. Despite the fear, there is also hope, right? This may sound strange, but first I want to tell you, don't worry, we will be fine. Let me start my presentation. It's so nice to see your wonderful faces here. All right. As a small business owner, you probably have so many questions going through your mind right now. How is my business going to survive? What happens if I need to lay off my employees? How I am going to pay my rent, my mortgage, my supplies? What about my personal expenses? What if I get sick, or my family members, or my employees? What if, what if, what if? The most important thing you can do right now is maintain a powerful mindset and decide that you will be okay. You need a short-term and long-term action plan. This will help you unfold tremendous opportunity for survival and growth of your business in these challenging times. Today, in this powerful one-time training, you will discover all the options you have at your disposal to navigate your business through this crisis. You will find what the new CARES Act is about, what kinds of financial relief you can get for your business, why it is important to know the rules and payback terms before you apply. You will learn about simple ways to apply and save money this year, and most of all, how to take immediate action to support your growth through challenging times. And of course, do it legally. At the end of this presentation, there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions. And I promise I will not be selling anything today. I'm just going to give you this valuable information so to support you. How does it sound? Great. For those of you who don't know me, I am Elena Korsakova, CPA, MBA. I'm sure you can hear my accent. Originally, I'm from former USSR. Personally, I own several businesses of my own and have survived several financial crises. I had a very successful business, auditing business in Moscow before I immigrated to the US 20 years ago. For many years in the US, I managed millions of dollars for small and large business operations and coached many small business owners as a financial expert and wealth mentor. The special training is specifically designed to teach you what financial resources are available for you as a small business owner, and to help you navigate the new US Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, shortly CARES Act. You will learn the rules and regulations so that you might get hundreds, even thousands of federal dollars during these critical times. What is the CARES Act? Over the past 2.5 months, the US Congress has passed and the president signed some $2.4 trillion to combat the coronavirus crisis and the resulting financial fallout. That means billions of dollars to bail out industries, billions to rescue small businesses, and billions to boost unemployment assistance. Let me move my picture up so you can see it. The spending package is intended to ease the worst economic impacts associated with the coronavirus pandemic. The act includes the following aids: $500 billion in loans for distressed industries, $350 billion in forgivable SBA loans under the Paycheck Protection Program, $260 billion expansion of unemployment insurance benefits, $290 billion for direct payments to individuals making up to $100,000 per year. And an additional help is coming. The House of Representatives on Friday, May 15, passed another bill to spend more than $3 trillion for COVID-19 relief. With this aid come new opportunities, but we must be smart because the demand is high and the regulations can be really confusing. While we try to understand all this, we need to remember the situation is still evolving and more clarity coming every day. You need to understand the CARES Act won't cure all the effects of the US economy, but it can start the healing process. We will focus on how you, as a small business owner, can avoid unnecessary stress and headaches when it comes to getting financial relief in these challenging times. All right. The CARES Act targets aid to 4 key areas: US households, small businesses, state local governments, and larger businesses and financial markets. It provides supports for families and individuals. As has been widely discussed, the stimulus package includes one-time payments for eligible employees or eligible families and individuals. Here how it works. The money is available to legal residents, those who were not claimed as it is dependent on someone else's tax return, and those who earn under $100,000 a year. So what does it look like? Here's more detailed breakdown. If you are a single filing taxpayer for example, who had an adjusted gross income AGI of less than 75,000 in 2019, you were eligible for a full payment of $1,200. If you have not filed yet your 2019 tax return, the IRS looked at your 2018 earnings, and you're supposed to receive that check in the mail, or if the IRS has your direct deposit account, they will automatically deposit to that account. And you also will receive have received $500 per child. The second benefit for households is pandemic unemployment insurance, which adds an additional 13 weeks of assistance on top of the usual 26 weeks, with variations, of course, from state to state. Coverage now includes previously ineligible categories, and this is different, such as independent contractors, part-time workers, and freelancers. The CARES Act also allocates $600 per week per unemployment insurance applicant over the next 4 months, in addition to state benefit. But it ends at the end of July. What is support for small businesses and self-employed? First, let's briefly talk about EIDL loans, a program known as the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Emergency Advance. EIDL loans go up to $2 million. Small businesses are subject to 3.75% interest rate, and nonprofits 2.75% interest rate, and terms go up to 30 years. It provides up to $10,000 in emergency relief that does not have to be repaid, making it effectively a grant. A good news. But however, they recently changed it to reduce it to $1,000. Bad news. Also, the Small Business Administration, SBA, now only accepting new applications from agricultural businesses due to limitations in funding availability and the unprecedented submission of applications already received. So they basically ran out of funds very quickly. In addition to the EIDL loans, there is a Paycheck Protection Program, short PPP, and we'll talk about it in details later. The stimulus package includes a fully refundable tax credit for eligible employers equal to 50% of qualified wages, up to $10,000. The maximum credit for wages paid to an employee is $5,000. This is designed to further encourage businesses to retain employees. This tax credit is not available if you use the Paycheck Protection Program. As a business owner, you can also carry back 2018-20 losses up to 5 years on up to 100% of taxable income from this same year, so from 2018 to 2020. This is great. And additionally, the bill has provided a delay in employer side 2020 payroll taxes for businesses and self-employed individuals until 2021 and 2022. This is a quick overview. Now, Let's talk specifically about the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP. The $2 trillion federal aid package also includes a lot of important stuff for entrepreneurs and small business owners. The CARES Act earmarked $350 billion for federally guaranteed loans for people like you. Some are loans that are partially forgivable or can be fully forgivable. One of these is PPP loan. This part of the stimulus package allows small businesses that are affected by COVID-19. This is very important decision, who are affected by COVID-19, to apply for loans that can be partially or fully forgivable. This means you won't have to pay back the whole amount of the loan. The Paycheck Protection Program is designed to keep people employed and help you as an employer pay them with help from the government. The Small Business Administration, SBA, is supervising this program, and the loans are actually being administered by banks and other lenders to speed things up. These are non-recourse loans, and there is no collateral required. These are great news, guys. While a recourse debt holds the borrower personally liable, and non-recourse debt, like the PPP loan, does not allow the lender to pursue anything other than collateral. For example, if a borrower defaults on a non-recourse home loan, the bank can only foreclose on the home. This is good news for some. You don't have to have a good credit score. It's not one of the requirements. You simply have to have a good faith certification. This means that you certify that your business has been significantly impaired by the COVID-19, and you are currently uncertain about whether you can make your payments like loans, payroll, rent, and operating costs. There will also be an expedited origination process through approved lenders. Let's talk about if you're eligible, who is eligible for a PPP loan. Businesses with fewer than 500 employees. The owner certifies that the uncertainty of economic conditions makes the loan necessary to continue operations during the pandemic. And the loan proceeds must be used to fund payroll, rent or mortgage payments, interests on debt, and utility payments. Businesses not eligible include cannabis companies, casinos, land developers, and any business involved in any illegal activities. How much are you eligible for? The amount is 2.5 times the average monthly payroll cost incurred the 1 year period prior to the date of the loan. The maximum loan size is always $10 million. Here's how to calculate the maximum amount that can be borrowed if you are self-employed and have no employees, and your principal place of residence is in the United States, meaning you live here. You can use this method if you are an independent contractor or operate as a sole proprietorship, but not if you are a partner in a partnership. Step 1, Find your 2019 IRS Form 1040 Schedule C, line 31, net profit amount. If you have not yet filed 2019 return, complete these forms. You need this information. If this amount is over $100,000, reduce it to 100,000. If this amount is 0 or less, you are not eligible for PPP loan. Step 2, calculate your average monthly net profit amount. Simply divide the amount from step 1 by 12. In step 3, multiply the average monthly net profit amount from step 2 by 2.5. And finally, add the outstanding amount of any economic injury disaster loan, EIDL, that less the amount of any advance under the EIDL COVID-19 loan, because it does not have to be repaid. So you basically subtract that amount. You have to understand that there are certain requirements for eligibility and different requirements for forgiveness for the PPP loans. For forgiveness, it's really about being used for payroll costs. And this includes salaries and wages, commissions, sick or medical leave, health care and retirement benefits, state or local assessed taxes on compensation of employees, and you have to spend not less than 75% of the loan on the payroll-related expenses. And not more than 25% can be spent on interest and mortgage payments, not applicable for principal portion of payments, and on additional debt incurred prior to obtaining the loan. Also, you may spend not more than 25% on rent and utilities. Okay, a lot of here. And what I want you to understand that there is help out there. However, this is just a bandage helping you to survive just for a few months. It is not a long-term remedy, but you need to act fast if you want to take advantage of it. The Paycheck Protection Loan will only be available, this program, through June 30, 2020. Here is a recap of what the PPP program offers. Interest rate of 1%, maturity of 2 years, first payment deferred for 6 months, 100% guaranteed by the SBA, no collateral required, no personal guarantees from borrowers, and no borrowers or lenders fee payable to the SBA. Okay. I'm coming back. I'm stopping sharing my screen. And just the rules have been, you need to understand the rules have been changing every week after programs were launched. And business owners applied for, and in many cases already received an assistance. The rules keep changing and more clarifications are coming. If you have any questions regarding this, please join my Facebook group, Women Entrepreneurs Creating Change, where you can get all the updates, and or visit my my site elenakorsakova.com for more information. Thank you everyone for your time. Stay tuned, be safe, and take an action now.